So in this lesson we're going to look at the first solo in Country Boy Rock and Roll by Marty Stuart. Keep in mind this is Marty playing this first solo and he's using a B bender. So I don't have a B bender, so I'm trying to get by mimicking the licks as best as possible. This is probably just one of the ways you could play it. And I did slow down the first recording by about, I think the actual song is about 130 beats per minute, and I slowed it down to about 120, so it's about 10 beats slower. And let me just play it for you slow. By playing the open A on the 5th string. We're going to hammer into the 3rd fret of the 5th string, and then we're going to play the open D on the 4th string. You can hammer in or you can pick that, and then we're going to play the F on the 3rd fret of the 4th string and slide up to the 4th fret of the 4th string, and then immediately play the open D again. Come back over to the 3rd fret of the 5th string and then play the open D again. So it's a little lead-in lick there. Now I am hybrid picking, so I don't know if you can see it in this angle, but I am using so I'm kind of picking through it, but I think you can use hammer rolls. Just do whatever feels good for you there. Now immediately you're going to come in and start from the 4th fret up to the 5th fret of the 5th string, playing, and then you're going to, well, you're just playing that simultaneously playing that open D. So, and then you're going to hit the open string on the open 4th string. That kind of lick. So let's see. You're going to do that about 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and let that kind of, that last one, open D, let it just ring out a little bit. And then we're just going to slide in from, like, I guess a good place would be the 7th fret of the 7th fret of the 4th string up to the 9th fret of the 4th string. And then you're going to play come back to the 7th fret of the 3rd string. And you're going to just pick back and forth. And then you're going to play so we're going to bend up on the 3rd string, 9th fret, then play the 9th fret, and then back to the 7th fret of the 3rd string, 9th fret of the 4th string, back to the 7th fret of the 3rd string. So it'll be like, we'll see, that was wrong. Kind of comes in on an off beat. That kind of throws you off unless you play the whole thing. Okay, so that'll get you up to that part. Then we're gonna, with our middle finger, I use my middle finger at the 8th fret of the 2nd string, bend that up a whole step, and this is where he starts using his beat bender. So we have to. It makes it a little bit cumbersome, but you can pull off some of these licks. Now these aren't note for note, keep that in mind. I can't play everything that he's playing because I don't have a beat bender, but you're going to bend up about a whole step and and then with your ring finger, or your pinky finger, I'm sorry, whichever finger feels good for you, play the high E at the 10th fret. And then we're going to switch positions really quick. And go ahead and pre-bend the 5th fret of the 3rd string, or have it already bent up a whole step. Excuse me. Pre-bend the 5th fret of the 2nd string, already have it up pre-bent all the way up a whole step. And then you're going to have your pinky down at the 5th fret of the high E string, and just, you have to watch your intonation, but you want them to ring out together. And just release it. Back up to the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, so it'd be. And then you're going to immediately come into this cool, this sounds really good with a beat bender, but you'll be able to just play this kind of like a scale run. Okay, so we're going to start in, it's kind of like, I guess it's just D major really. You're going to start at the 6th fret of the 4th string, hammer into the 7th fret of the 4th string, come back to the 4th fret of the 3rd string, pick the 6th fret of the, am I getting my 6th fret of the 3rd string, and then hammer into the 7th fret of the 3rd string, so it'd be like. Now you're going to play the 5th fret of the 2nd string, come back to the 7th fret of the 3rd string, back to the 5th fret of the 2nd string. If I'm getting these strings mixed up, please forgive me, because typically I don't teach this way, I just show you a tab. Now you want to bend that up a whole step. Oops, you want to bend that up a whole step. So when you got that bent up a whole step, with your pinky finger, pick this, hold the bend, let it ring out, and then with your pinky finger get the 7th fret of the high E, and then with your 2nd finger come back to the 5th fret of the high E, and then release that 2nd string that you have bent up, and then 3rd fret on the 7th fret of the 3rd string. I'm sorry, 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the 3rd string. So let's play it all together up to this point. Okay, so now you got to get a little creative. It's hard to get this lick exactly right because he's using a beat bender, but I'm sliding up to the 14th fret of the G string, or the 3rd string, and I'm having it pre-bent about a whole step, and I'm just letting it ring out, release it, and then bend it back up, and then throw your pinky down and just get that kind of pedal steel lick. You're going to get the 15th fret of the 1st and the 2nd string, and your intonation, my intonation gets really off down here, but watch your intonation. And then I release that. And then instead of, you're going to do it again, except you're going to put your pinky finger on the 15th fret of the high E string, put your index finger on the 12th fret of the 2nd string. And you're really just going to, you're playing a unison note there. Alright, so I kind of showed that to you wrong earlier. Don't release the bend, hold the bend. Let's see. And then just end it all at the 12th fret. So it's kind of a tricky lick. And then you want to go ahead and bend the 2nd string on the 8th fret. Go ahead and bend it up a whole step. Let's see. So you're going to have it bent up a whole step. Just let it come down, and then bend it back up. Release it and bend it back up. So you're going to do like a hold it, pinky finger on the 10th fret, the high E, 2nd fret on the 8th fret of the high E, and then notice I'm hitting these notes. I'm hitting this string, 2nd string, as I'm bending it or keeping it bent, and then I'm just hammering in from the 8th fret up to the 10th fret of the high E, and then really quick doing that pre-bend release up here. Now if you're quick enough, you can do it down here. I'm just switching back, so it's, we played that lick earlier, so it's just the 5th fret of the high E, 5th fret of the 2nd string, pre-bend it, and then just end it on the D note at the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and just slide in. So we're sliding into 11th fret of the 4th string, 9th fret of the 3rd string, and we're just playing those twice. And then we're sliding up on the 2nd fret of the, 2nd string, 11th fret, 10th fret of the 2nd. Alright, I got this all wrong. We're sliding up on the 11th fret of the 3rd string, playing the 2nd string at the 10th fret, doing the same thing, just playing that twice. You don't even have to slide that, actually. And then just bending up on the 12th fret of the 2nd string, playing it, release it, play it again, back to the 10th fret, 11th fret of the 3rd string, back to the 10th fret of the 2nd string. Let's see, let me get this right. That's okay, so we're at the 12th fret on the 2nd string, back to the 10th fret on the high E. And we're just reaching up to the 14th fret of the high E. Back to the 12th fret, 2nd string, and then end it on the 10th fret of the 2nd string. And then we're gonna, that's just 10th fret back to the 9th fret, back up to the 10th fret on the 2nd string, and then hit the 8th fret of the high E, 10th fret, and then go back to the 8th fret, and then end it on the 10th fret of the 3rd string, and then let's see. Then we're just going to do, you can really just do a something like that, just hammer in or slide in from the 7th fret up to from the 6th fret up to the 7th fret on the 3rd string. But I'm just holding that, I'm trying to mimic what Marty Stuart's playing. I'm just keeping my pinky down here at the 10th fret of the 2nd string. Just playing a little pedal steel lick there at the end. Play those types of licks. That'll get you by. That's not lick for lick how he's playing, but that'll get you by on a guitar without a B bender. So let me play it for you again.